Alright guys, so I want to show you this do-it-yourself travel guitar that I made. So the concept behind this was to use a neck from wherever, eBay, a wraparound bridge, and to go along with the wraparound idea. I mean, the idea of this actually came from, you know, travel guitars and the whole wrapping the strings around the body and having the tuners at the bridge end of the string. But while the designs that I've seen, including travel guitars, have usually use some kind of tuners, regular tuners inside the body here, using some carving of the body and some routing of the body. I wanted to use a system inspired from the Steinberger tuning, which is basically to have a claw stretch the strings at the bridge end. So this is what I did. I purchased from eBay this set of jaws, which come with the tuners that are here, and I simply fitted them onto a fixed bridge for Strat here. So that's the actual tuner here. Obviously the way it's mounted into the guitar, you kind of see from the beginning that you have to use some kind of tool, which is what I do, and I use either screwdriver or an Allen wrench here to tune the guitar. This here is a roller system to simply wrap the strings around. So the strings wrap like this, they go on top of the wraparound bridge here, and then let me take this out. So they wrap on the wraparound bridge, and then on these wrappers here, these rollers here. So this is all from eBay. There's one shaft, 6mm shaft, 6mm rollers, and 6mm spacers. 6mm being, of course, the inner dimension. So that's basically everything that there is to know. Wraparound bridge, as I said, two humbucker humbucking pickups that I reused from a Toman kit, actually from a Toman SG kit. They're not bad pickups, they're not catastrophically bad pickups, they're not great sounding either. Just gave you a demo. Alright. Very simple, ultra simple switching system with only two options basically. You know, it's either pickup, bridge pickup, or neck pickup. Right? And a plate here, a jack plate from a Strat copy here to send the signal into the amp or whatever. So the project with this was to and the headpiece. This is actually a locking nut from Floyd. Not sure this camera will focus, but anyway, here it is. I've mounted it backwards to get a better angle on the better angle on the strings as they go past the nut. It stays in tune, I would say, approximately okay. Obviously this nut is not designed to hold these strings in place with so much tension, because on a locking nut in a Floyd rod system you also have the tuners themselves that hold the strings and keep the strings. So this was adapted to make the strings stay in place. So on the larger strings that have wrappings, they stay in place basically as it is. On the plain strings, the finer strings, and that's obviously where the problem, the difficulty is, I've had to devise a system whereby the strings go behind the locking part of the locking nut and then go back in front and then under the screw themselves, under the screws. So with this they sort of stay in place. Obviously if I want to tighten the knot a little bit, tighten the tuner a little bit, I have to use a tool. So that's maybe one drawback. But then after all, it's only a fun project guitar to make. And here it is. Here it is. I also wanted to share some lessons learned while building this project guitar. The first lesson is that you have to put this piece as close as possible to the rollers, because otherwise it will give you too many. The string length will be too much for it to keep stability. So the less distance you have between the rollers and the actual tuning piece, and the better it will be. The second issue is that I've had to put tape here, some adhesive tape, to prevent the ball ends from popping out each time I tuned the tuners here. So that was the second lesson. A quick word about the neck. I purchased this neck off eBay. It was a cheap neck from China. As you can expect, for the price you pay, you're gonna have to have defects. This one was quite acceptable for the price. The fret ends were not too sharp, but the fret crowning was really bad, and I've had to bend the strings quite a bit all over the neck to sort of smoothen it out. Although I should have probably, taken some time to polish the frets, but I really didn't want to do that because I'm not really good at it. What else? This body, so to speak, there's hardly any body to speak of, but it's obviously just a plank, nothing more. It was not easy to drill and put the wraparound bridge at the desired height and distance. Actually, the intonation is a little bit off. Although this is an intonatable bridge, I still had to fiddle and see if I can get the intonation perfectly right, but it was my first time, so I was not extremely precise in positioning the bridge, but it's alright, it's acceptable. Here, this bit where the bar for the roller system comes in contact with the body, there's really little room, to put the tuners and the bar, the shaft. Besides, as you can see, I've drilled these holes for the wraparound posts all the way through. So it has weakened structurally this part of the body, but it's still alright, it's still acceptable. Well, finally, as you will see, you can play this either sitting in this position or in this position here. The reason I've done this is that the way I've achieved it is that I've used this jack plate from a Strand guitar, and I've put it here especially for that reason, so they would stay in place quite easily. So that's really a good thing. All right. You can also play it standing with a strap, but when you use a strap, you also have to take into account the overall the weight distribution. So I've had to add this piece that actually came off the bottom here. I've sewn it here and put it in place back here again. And this is how it goes when you play standing. Not too difficult to play, and have this thing really stays really quite nicely where you want it. So that's about it. Another thing, the pickups, they're not adjustable because I really didn't want to go through the bother to have springs and keep it, make it good. So I would play good and be adjustable. So it's just pickups screwed on here. They're not adjustable, but for this kind of project, who cares? And then, well, that was it. That's it. I think the main advantage of putting the tuners behind the body, but not through the body as you would have it on the traveler guitar, is that you can put as many pickups as you want in front. And with this kind of building technique, you can put not only pickups, but you could also imagine having a whole pick guard and fancy electronics, anything you want, of course with a nicer body. And one day perhaps I might try to build a better looking guitar with a proper body, but still with this kind of philosophy here, with the wraparound bridge and the roller system here, and these claw tuners. Okay, so that's basically everything. The neck is a 24.75 scale length neck, and the overall, the overall size of the guitar is probably around, I would say probably 670 millimeters, not if even perhaps even less. I didn't even measure it. Yeah, I've added these little strap buttons to put the strap and also be able to lay the guitar, or rather stand the guitar where I want it without risking any kind of damage or wear to the strings and rolls. Okay, so that's it for the moment, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to perhaps make another video either with this project or another, and in that case, well, maybe then see you soon. Bye.